You think you have time, but the signs are everywhere. Some are loud, some are silent. You don't recognize that worn face in the mirror. Used to look young. Now you got these wrinkles, waking up a little tired. You see it. You start to notice it. You thought you had time. Great jobs, for example, used to be everywhere. But suddenly, overnight it seems, you're too experienced, you're overqualified. In this case, ageism starts to present itself. I've seen clients that I work with in their mid 40s where this comes about. Now, ageism doesn't shout, it hits you quietly in the face when you don't expect it. Where you realize you're no longer the clear choice. You're the backup plan. You're the overqualified, expensive option. Not a good place to be. Or you thought you had time to travel. You used to fantasize about traveling the world with your family and running a business you love. Now, you just mostly look at Instagram and scroll and see other people doing it. Or you might say, I'll figure things out next quarter. Just got to get through this tough period. Oh, but next quarter, it's come and gone 10, 15 times over. And most telling of all, you keep saying you'll get serious about building a path, a business of your own, but the window to actually do it keeps getting smaller. Comes down to this. It's the central theme of what we're talking about today. It gets late fast. Let's dissect it. Let's challenge it head on. We can't tolerate this. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. It gets late fast. You feel it. How old are you now? Didn't you just used to be that age and now you're this age? Wow. Did your kids suddenly grow up in front of you? Did you blink and now all this time has passed? All this opportunity has passed? It gets late fast, but not just in the age sense, though that's very real. Age isn't actually the problem. In fact, as you develop more lived experience, you go through a lot of hard stuff in your life. That means for a new future, that's just more raw material to build with. I think the more lived experience you have, the better you can build. It means you have more wisdom, more edge, more onlyness available to you, but only if you choose to use it. However, none of that matters if you don't ever start moving. It gets late fast when your skill set stalls. You've spent this decade maybe mastering sales, delivery, some technical acumen, but none of that matters when you try to sell, coach, or lead in a room without a title or a logo behind you. It gets late fast when your beliefs quietly harden. That voice that once whispered, "You're so capable, you could do everything." Now it's saying, it's probably too late. It also gets late fast when your reputation lives inside a firewall. How devastating this is when you're inside a company and no one knows who you are. Yeah, you might be seen as the go-to sales exec, the account leader, whatever it is. You own this functional discipline. Awesome. But outside of that organization, nobody knows you exist. What a freaking travesty. Your genius lives inside, trapped, a corporate organization, inside this private set of shared drives and Slack chats that, yeah, you got some coworkers that appreciate you. You're super proud of yourself. You maybe shine it on your LinkedIn profile, but no one else knows you exist. No one knows what you're capable of. It gets late fast, doesn't it? You start to look at it when your income potential is capped and it's controlled by someone else, like a corporate system, where you look and say 10, 20, 30 years, all I know is how to work for employers. They tell me what my salary bands are and what I'm capable of and what I can and can't do and what job descriptions I can slot into. Cage after cage after cage. Yeah, you might be well paid right now, but you're not free. You're just compensated. That's it. It gets late fast when you delay boldness one more year and deferral becomes your lifestyle, postponing things, kicking cans down the road. Maybe that resonates with you right now. Sorry if that's a sharp gut punch. Maybe you need to hear that. So with all this pent-up urgency, what do you actually do with it? You're playing much smaller than you're capable of. You know it. So what do? Well, you start compounding in the right direction immediately. compound the right things towards what you want. Let's break this down. Because the only way to beat time is to make it work for you. Stop letting it slip away, slip through your fingers, and get full of regret. You need to start compounding the right things, like compounding skills, the right skills that matter for things like entrepreneurship, learning how to be the founder and CEO of something, learning the skills of category of one positioning, using your onlyness, learning how to market, sell something you built, learn how to generate results from a vision you have. You also learn how to compound belief, because if you don't have the core beliefs, you're never going to take bold action. You know that. Through daily habits that reprogram what your beliefs are about who you are and what you're capable of. If you don't have that belief compounding in the right direction, guess what? It gets late fast. Time slips by. Also, number 3, compound money. Not by cutting lattes, right? As everyone says out there, but by learning to use your genius to create uncapped income outside the paycheck. That's how you start earning more, not through throwing a few bucks at an Airbnb or another stock. While that's good as a slice of the pie, could you create an active income engine of your own design outside of corporate land? Something where you could compound money in a hurry, which unlocks more options for you? Could you do it in an active sense, not a passive sense? Number 4, you could start compounding your reputation. Again, if no one knows you exist and you're trapped inside corporate walls right now, we got to fix that. Things like hitting publish, shipping posts, blogs, podcasts, guesting on shows, presenting at organizational conferences, establishing your authority and building trust with others outside the walls of an employer. Compound your reputation. Or number 5, this is critical. Compound your identity. Starting to show the world who you really are, not just what they trained you to be. Again, none of this, when you start to compound in the right direction, is flashy. You're compounding skills, belief, money, reputation, identity. But do you see how that stacks, how that unlocks you from the cage of corporate life? It's not flashy, not easy, takes time. But you know what they say, best time to plant a tree. It's right now, isn't it? Now, if you know you need to get in motion, you need to unlock from this pattern and stop letting time slip through your fingers because you know it gets late fast. I urge you, go to lab.corporategraduation.com. Check this out. This is a game-changing workshop we run to help people understand what's possible in a compressed manner. Spend a couple of hours together to show you what corporate graduation looks like, the full framework, the set of activities to start compounding in the right direction instead of just letting time slip through your fingers and just staying in a place that you know you don't belong anymore. So check that out, lab.corporategraduation.com. If it feels right, I urge you to apply. Because every week you wait is a week you don't build. Every delay costs you in ways no salary could ever cover. From your health, your wealth, your relationships, all of it. This is how corporate graduation begins, by choosing compounding in the right direction through fast, messy action, knowing what to compound, what to start building, and what to break free of, what to decline, what to say yes to. So if you're ready to be one of those people, I urge you, step into this mode to start compounding. I hope you join us in one of our lab sessions or hit me up on LinkedIn. I'll see you out there because guess what? It's not too late, but it's also later than you think. We'll chat soon. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out MatthewDoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.